Hey, what is up, everybody? So, as you know, the character trailers were finally released today, and I didn't bother uploading the actual whole trailer because people already do that. But I'm here to talk to you guys about the character analysis. Now, my favorite character out of all of these is Zamasu. Now, that sounds weird because you would think, oh, isn't Goku Black everybody's favorite? Well, I just like the way that Zamasu fights, and I'm a Whis player, so the way he fights is very smooth. And Zamasu looks like he fights really smooth and clean, so it's just natural. And plus, my human character CAC has a persona. You'll see one day. But anyway, if you look at Zamasu, he fights very smooth, and he does fight with the blade. Now, looking at his attacks, really, I forget what the names of the attacks are called, but the move where he throws basically blade blast arrows. It's some heavenly arrow. That's what it's called. He can do an uppercut if you press forward, I believe, and then he'll throw them. And they do track you, and they track from very far away too. So they're good for distance battles. If somebody is trying to stay far away, and they track you for a pretty good amount of time, like 2-3 seconds or something like that. And I want to note that Zamasu's range is not going to be as good as Rose's range, just because Zamasu's blade isn't as long as Rose's. He also has the move where he throws out a ki blast, and the thing with that is I believe you can increase the size of it by charging it up. And Zamasu does have a stun combo, I believe, of some sort, but well, not a stun combo, but it's a combo where he knocks them back a little bit, like where the opponent bends back, and then you can go into a stamina rig or whatever. That's where I think that attack would come in most, or you could use it after his knockdown combo, which would basically, I forget what it is, but he does have a knockdown combo, a teleporting combo that goes into a knockdown. And I believe that that's the best way to probably do his ultimate, because I've seen people they're just testing the move out, so they're just having fun with it. But I believe his ultimate, works in a way where it does track the opponent across the map a little bit, but the second hit to it will hit you if your opponent is close. So it's kind of good for catching people off guard. But I believe that the attack is supposed to work in a way where the opponent is like if they're knocked down, it'll work best because you'll get the 2 hits in, and it does do a great deal of damage, just like Divine. I'm gonna call it the Divine Blade, but I'm sure it's called something else. But now let's get into Rose's stuff.
Get out of my sight!
Okay, so with Rose, he is just a beast, and I know a lot of you have noticed he does have like a fucking OP ass stun combo. I'm not even about to fret over it though, but he literally can get you in a stun combo just like Super Saiyan 4 Goku and do whatever he wants to you. He can do a heavy stamina break, he can do a light stamina break, and he can do one of the ultimates, I believe, or he just throws a ki blast at you, all that stuff. The way Goku Black fights is very unique to himself, and nobody else in this game, I don't think, fights like that. Like, he's not jumping, but he's doing a lot of like aerobic stuff, and I like that they took that from the first episode, like where Goku Black fought Goku, and he was like, just like not a ballerina, but like a gymnast almost, being able to move quickly and stuff like that. I'm glad that they have that in there. His super attack, Divine, I'm gonna call it Divine Blade, because I keep forgetting what the actual name of this is called, but I would call it Divine Blade. But it's in my opinion, I feel like it's a little overpowered because of the range it does have, and the attack continues even if you don't hit the opponent, it'll still continue. So let's say if you have a 1-bar connection randomly in the match, or a person lag switches, or the connection just drops, and a spike hits you, it'll still cause damage to you because it hits you. And the move is not evadable at all once you get in the animation. so it's kind of dangerous. You can stop the number of blades that hit you, I mean spikes that hit you, but it's still gonna explode once the super attack, I mean ultimate is over, so it's not really gonna matter. And one of his super attacks is a counter, I believe. Yeah, it's a counter, instant transmission, and it's, I'm not gonna say it's overpowered, but it can evade anything pretty much. So that meaning grabs, super attacks, probably ultimates, I'm not sure. But it can evade almost anything from what I've seen and heard from them, at the people at Bandai, you know. That other super attack where he comes down from the sky and slashes you down with a blade, that one I can see already being spammed online because it teleports you automatically to your opponent while, you know, you're leaving yourself open on the ground a little bit, but I'm sure it'll be easier to avoid. The last thing for Rose is that his Super Black Kamehameha Rose is now going to probably be stamina breakable, like from the start. So if you, for example, do it and your opponent is, you know, able to fly and stuff, they have their stamina, I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to stamina break them while they're still doing the attack rather than just right before he throws it out. Because the current Goku Black, you cannot stamina break him unless you are right next to him and you do a charge hit or a burst rush right before he throws the Kamehameha wave out. So I'm glad that they did that it's a little slower and that it takes more ki, but I feel like the Divine Blade move should be taking a lot more ki because it does hella damage on him. But anyway, I'm just gonna briefly talk about Bojack now. Nothing special about him. Just gonna give him my honest criticism.